王になりてえ。力トミー全部手に入る。いや取りに行こうぜ、この世の宝の頂点。
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Buggy Basics video. Today we're going to be going over the OP16 support, reviewing it, and after looking over some of your guys' comments, making a new video on it, because I do believe there actually is the Mr. 3 that is extremely useful for the OP09 buggy. So before we begin, I'll cover a couple things I saw in the comments. I'll probably throw some pictures of the comments up on screen now. The first one, obviously, was a couple people were hounding me for saying that you can't play the Mr. 3 off the Crocodile Mihawk, and I misspoke there. Obviously, you can only play cross-skilled using the Crocodile Mihawk, and this guy's impelled down and broke rooks. So you can't play the Mr. 3 using the Crocodile Mihawk. Misspoke there, so you cannot play these two as a combo. The next big thing was I saw a couple people saying that the grab blade is no longer useful. I think I left a comment on that comment. I'm still testing this. I think no grab blade is all right. I think it's just into some matchups, especially the new Shanks, where he can play out so many blockers and save himself for game. I think grab blade still is extremely useful. Just I'm not sure where it would go in this list quite yet. Another comment I saw was that running the promo blocker buggy is still very useful, and I would agree. I think I took him out because obviously he was extremely useful into matchups against Emu, because Emu was a big problem. Especially because you couldn't like bottom deck anything because all of it was anti-removal. However, I didn't really run into emus for a long time, so I kind of just removed it entirely. I think if you are going to run both of these, you're either going to run 2 blocker buggies and 4 bottom deck buggies, or you're going to run 3 and 3 or 3 and 2. I personally like 4 and 2. I would rather have the ability to just bottom deck something with cross-skilled stage than to not have this when you need it. There's been a couple games actually where I've had to trash a buggy because everything else I have in hand I absolutely need the next turn. So having more buggies than not is always going to be a best bet for me. I'm also running 4 of the promo buggies. I'm sure you guys saw. I know a couple people were saying they usually only run like 2 or 3. I think especially with just how yellow is right now, especially like Teach, UI Nami, some of her cards, especially like I think it's Purple Yellow Rosinante. There's a lot of 3 and 4 costs in there. If I'm remembering right, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think just having more of these is better than not. And also we have the stage there. The stage is also really good. I kind of talked about that a second ago. I think it's extremely useful because, like I said in the other video, you can't search for this Mr. 3. So instead what you can do is you can just mill using, or you can cycle using the Crocodile Mihawk and the Alvida, or even the Buggy into the Dracula Mihawk blocker. And then you can just also bottom deck stuff using the stage to hopefully draw into this Mr. 3. Because a lot of you guys said that like this Mr. 3, he's really good. The more I tested him, I kind of realized he's really good into Yamato as well. Because you can turn off her bodies from attacking, you can draw 2 cards, and while you are sending yourself back technically, if you do have a board with 4 characters and you're at your 9 Dawn turn, you can play this out, trash him, draw 2 cards, freeze a body, and then you can tap 5, trash one of those cards you just drew, and then play a buggy. So now you're still neutral because you basically just trashed and played all the cards you drew from the Mr. 3 to bottom deck another body. So it's really, really good. I actually like this combo a lot. Somebody in the comments pointed that out to me. Another thing is a lot of people were talking about running the Kabuji again. I think I removed the Kabuji for the Mohian Kabuji when I was testing. I think, however, the Kabuji is really good. I know somebody was saying it's really good into Zoro, and I agree because like obviously this body can't be KO'd. The only issue is there is some better options because he's a 5-cost 5k 2k counter, which isn't bad. So like currently in this deck we're running I think 12 1ks and 12 2ks, which is a lot of counter, but the rest is literally just bricks. I think the issue is that like you have other 5k bodies that let you bottom deck a 2k, or you have like a 5k 6k, you have a 5k 7k, you have a 5k 5k that lets you search for a blocker. I know that this isn't really the best anymore, but there's a lot of other options. I don't think this is bad though. I understand what you're saying against like certain decks that rest your stuff and you want to build a board that is like unkillable through attacking. I think this is really useful. I think just another reason why I wasn't really running this as much was because there was not a lot of Zoros at my locals. So like obviously Kabaji's really good into Zoro because he can't swing into it. Obviously he can swing like into it but not kill it, and then he'll just restand, swing into your leader, so it's not the end of the world. But I think it was just because I wasn't seeing a lot of Zoros that I wasn't really running this as much. It's the same reason why I wasn't really running Slave Arrow as much. Well, Slave Arrow is like a Zoro killer because you can just bounce whatever he's swinging into back to hand to stop him from restanding. I think I'm not running this as much because there's a lot less stuff in the game that's going to be restanding using anything like that. Especially because the new Goofy does not require you to swing into anything to restand all of his characters with that one event, so you can kind of just restand anything regardless. Yeah, so this is the current list that I'm really happy with. I think there was another comment that was talking about the Mohi and Kabaji, where it's really expensive and the only way you can play it off is through this buggy. And I would agree. I think another option that I want to test is possibly running the SR buggy. I know it's a lot of trash from hand, but you're technically getting it all back with the Mohi and Kabaji. So maybe there's a route there. However, the issue is like, as you can see, this is pretty tight. And especially if you're going to be running this in Mr. 3, you absolutely need to be running the stage just because you need to be able to bottom deck stuff to find them if you need it. Also, the stage, from what I've been testing, is just really, really nice. I wasn't really running it for a while just because it was kind of useless for a minute. Especially when the Crocodile Mihawk and the Alvida came out. It was kind of like these two were going to be your cycle options. However, especially with the amount of bricks that's in this deck and the amount of stuff that we're running here, Sage is actually really, really nice. It's actually allowed me to survive a couple game-ending turns by bottom decking 2 bricks from hand and then drawing into 2 2K counters. So it's pretty nice. I would definitely recommend running the Sage, especially if you're going to be running the Mr. 3. I think I've already said that before, though. Another option I saw, so somebody in the comments, I kind of brought this up a second ago, somebody in the comments was talking about running the Crocodile into the other Crocodile, so this Crocodile into this Crocodile, and for Enel. And I agree with you there. It's the same thing as this Alvida here, where you can trash a card and then place a 4K counter or a 4K base power and a 3K base cost at the bottom of the other deck. This is also an anti-Enel card here. However, I would also say if you are just going to play anti-Enel stuff, just because if you have a lot of Enels, also look into Houndblaze. You can bottom deck a 2 cost, and then your leader gains plus 3K, or your character can also gain plus 3K. So you can buff a one of your searchers, like a Mr. 3, up to 5K, bottom deck a blocker, and then also like on your 3-Dawn turn, swing 5-6. Or you can bottom deck like an Ohm and swing 5-6 with lead. So really, really good. I would definitely recommend Houndblaze if you're having a lot of problems with Purple Enel. I would also just say if you are having a ton of problems with Purple Enel, I would run that Alvida. Try the Alvida. I know you have to trash a card. She doesn't gain power and she kind of sucks. But especially if your entire locals is just Purple Enel, maybe give it a shot. I was testing this Alvida for a little bit because it lets you bottom deck a 1 cost, which is all right. But it kind of sucked. And Enel is like, you really need to be bottom decking multiple bodies or building multiple bodies in order to beat them. It's not a great matchup. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, so I think after going over your guys' comments, I think the Mr. 3, just because of his sheer value of drawing 2 and freezing a body, is really, really good. I think the main reason why I wasn't really recommending him at all in the first place was just he doesn't gain that +5. You can't play him off anything except for that other Crocodile, which we don't really run much of or any of anymore. And it kind of seemed like it was putting Buggy back a turn technically, or possibly. However, I see the method. It's more so like this is a later in the game big Buggy option rather than establishing a board state middle to early game option. At first I was looking at this card, I'm like, okay, well, we're not really building a board, what's the point? Like, obviously you can draw 2 cards and freeze a body, but like, why? Especially after playing some more games into Yamato and Goofy, this card's really, really good. And especially pairing that together on your 9-Dawn turn with this Buggy, you could really just nuke their entire board for 9-Dawn, draw 2 cards, and still be ahead in terms of hand size, and not be too worried about that. Because before, especially if you're doing a double Buggy, you're technically getting rid of 4 cards from hand, where now you're only going to be getting rid of, because what you're going to play this card, draw 2, so you're only down 1, so you gained a card, and then you're freezing a body, and then you're going to play off the Buggy, trashing another card, so you're only going to be down 1. So it's really, really good. This combo right here is really, really good, instead of having to do a double Buggy being down 4. So yeah, check the stage. I think the stage is a really good option right now. I like, once again, I don't know. I haven't been playing too much the last couple of days. I was just sleeping all day long. But definitely recommend the stage, especially if you're gonna be running this, because like I said, you can't search for it with anything. So especially if you're gonna be going on like I need this card right now, stage is definitely useful. And yeah, and even if you do, like, because I'm running 4 stages, even if you find another stage, it's an option to trash for the buggy ability, so it's not the worst option in the world. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Pretty quick, pretty clean. I have some locals videos. I'm gonna try to record some more locals videos tonight. If I'm feeling a little bit better, I can go to my locals nearby. But yeah, I'll definitely be trying to run this list at least. I have everything in this list except for the Mr. 3 Gaudinos. Maybe I'll just proxy these or something. But yeah, I'll be running this list out of locals tonight if I go. And then my previous list of the locals I'll probably post later was a like half-assed last-minute buggy list because I did not have him built like this at all. Yeah, I appreciate the comments. Let me know if you guys find anything else that you would rather fix. Like I said, I think it's all just preference here. I definitely run the Mr. 3. Definitely run the stage if you're going to be running the Mr. 3. If you're not running the stage, let me know what other card you're possibly running. Maybe like another 2K. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'm feeling a little bit better and we can get some more content out here pretty soon. All right, see you guys.